It feels like we're constantly juggling apps for everything these days.
Yeah.
Paying bills here, ordering food there, maybe another app for loyalty points.
It gets really fragmented, doesn't it? You sort of wish there was one thing to handle it all.
Exactly. Which is why this white paper caught my eye. It's about something called UPCX, a super app-enabled open source payment system. Sounds ambitious.
It really does. And what's interesting isn't just the payment part, it's the sheer scale they're aiming for, like a whole financial ecosystem in one place.
Right. So in this deep dive, we want to look past the buzzwords, understand what UPCX might actually offer you, the potential benefits.
Yeah, let's dig into the white paper and see what's under the hood.
Okay, so first off, they describe UPCX as a high-speed blockchain. Now, blockchain, that's like a secure digital ledger, right?
Basically, yeah, a shared tamper-proof record. And UPCX is specifically tuned for payments for financial services. They're talking high speed.
High speed like?
Yeah.
Comparable to existing banks. That's a big claim.
It is. That's often the bottleneck for crypto in everyday use, isn't it? Transaction speed and volume. So they're tackling that head on.
So faster transactions, but also more versatile ones. Is that the idea?
Making finance more efficient, but also doing more kinds of things. And they mention wanting to make it easier for others to build on it too.
Ah, that integrated development and usage environment part. So open for developers.
Seems like it. They talk about SDKs and APIs, basically toolkits for developers and libraries. These let people build financial smart contracts.
Smart contracts, those are like automated agreements, right? If X happens, then Y automatically follows.
Exactly. Digital deals that execute themselves when conditions are met. It moves beyond just simple A to B payments.
Okay, interesting. And people can create their own digital things on UPCX, too. They mention user-issued assets, UIAs.
Yep, UIAs, think digital tokens, maybe loyalty points or something similar. And also NFAs, non-fungible assets.
NFAs, like NFTs, but maybe broader, for unique digital items or proof of ownership.
Precisely. Could be anything from digital collectibles to, property titles eventually. So transferable value and unique items.
Got it. And then there were these market-pegged assets.
Yeah.
MPAs. Those sound like stablecoins.
That's exactly what they are, stablecoins. Pegged to real-world assets could be the dollar, maybe gold, other currencies.
Okay, stablecoins help avoid that crypto volatility. But how do they keep the value stable? How does it stay pegged?
Well, they mention using a highly reliable price oracle. Think of it as a trusted source feeding real-time price data onto the network.
Okay. So the system constantly checks the real-world price and adjusts.
That's the mechanism. It allows these MPAs, these stable coins, to maintain their value. And this stability is key for trading digital versions of real assets within UPCX.
Right. Makes sense. And then all these assets, the UIAs, NFAs, MPAs, you can use them for payments.
Yes, that's a core feature. Payments, transfers, even international remittances, all managed through their software wallet.
So you could, potentially pay for coffee using some digital coupon token, or maybe a fraction of a gold-pegged asset.
Theoretically, yes. And they handle both same asset and cross-asset transactions.
Cross-asset, meaning?
Meaning if you have asset A, but the person you're paying wants asset B, the system can potentially handle that conversion right there during the transaction.
Oh, that's quite flexible.
Very. And there's also a built-in decentralized exchange, a DEX.
A DEX, like a crypto exchange, but without a central company running it.
Exactly, peer-to-peer trading. And on this DEX, they say you can freely trade all these different assets, UIAs, NFAs, MPAs directly. No need for traditional intermediaries.
Okay. So a very fluid system for different kinds of digital value. Now, let's circle back to those smart contracts. They said they're good for complex payment scenarios.
Yes, this is where it goes beyond just sending money now. They give several examples, like scheduled payments.
Like paying rent automatically each month.
Exactly. Set it up once, it just happens. Or recurring payments, maybe for subscriptions where the amount might change slightly.
Okay, convenience factor there. What else?
Automatic withdrawals, but with permission. So you could authorize, say, your electricity company to pull the payment based on your usage.
Right, like a direct debit, but maybe with more user control built in.
Potentially, yes. Then there's non-custodial escrow.
Escrow, like holding money safely until a deal is done.
But non-custodial means no third party actually holds your funds. The smart contract itself holds and releases the assets when conditions are met, like proof of delivery. Protects both sides.
Interesting. Avoids trusting a middleman with the money.
Exactly. And finally, multi-signature permission payment. needs approval from multiple people before the funds move.
Like for a business account or maybe family finances. Adds security.
Precisely. So you see, it's about embedding rules and automation right into the payments. And they even say users can customize these contracts.
Customize them. So tailor them to specific business needs or personal agreements.
That seems to be the idea. Adaptability. Now, shifting gears a bit, they also talk about connecting this to the real world.
How so?
They mention active development of point-of-sale POS applications and terminals.
So paying in shops using UPCX directly?
That looks like the goal. And links with crypto ATMs, including one they're developing themselves.
Okay, making it easier to get money in and out, convert between regular currency and these UPCX assets.
Right. Bridge that gap for the average person. Oh, and they're even including a messaging function.
A messaging within the payment app.
Yeah, to help communication during transactions, maybe confirm details, ask a quick question.
Actually sounds quite useful. Avoids confusion. And they're encouraging others to build too with those APIs and SDKs.
Yes, fostering that developer ecosystem. More tools, more integrations, potentially a richer platform overall.
Okay. Now, security is always huge with finance. What are they doing there?
They mentioned developing a hardware wallet.
Hardware wallet, that's for storing your keys offline, right?
Yeah.
Generally seen as more secure.
Exactly. Protects against online hacks. And looking further ahead, they're working on crypto algorithms resistant to quantum computing threats.
Quantum resistance.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really planning for the future of computing power.
Definitely forward thinking on the security front.
Okay, so let's get to the super app part. This seems key. It's not just payments, it's integrating everything.
That's the concept. A single app that handles much more than just finance. They list things like making reservations.
Reservations, like for restaurants or hotels.
Yeah, or travel, placing orders for goods, direct messaging, managing all those different assets we talked about.
Asset management. Okay.
And even investment tools, all bundled together.
So it's trying to connect your financial activity with, well, lots of other daily digital tasks.
Pretty much. They mention using your activity history within the app, maybe to personalize things or make workflows smoother. The stated goal is an unrivaled user experience through this tight integration.
Okay, let me try and sum this up then. We've got UPCX proposing a fast blockchain for payments and finance.
Right, aiming for bank-level speeds.
Handling lots of different digital assets like tokens, unique items, stablecoins.
UIAs, NFAs, MPAs.
Using smart contracts for advanced stuff like scheduled payments, escrow, multi-sig.
Yeah, adding automation and rules.
They're building POS systems and ATM links for real-world use, plus messaging.
Focusing on adoption and user interaction.
Prioritizing security with hardware wallets
Right.
and quantum-resistant tech.
Future-proofing it.
And wrapping it all into this super app idea that integrates finance with reservations, orders, messaging, investments.
That captures it pretty well. It's a comprehensive vision, trying to solve that fragmentation we talked about at the start.
It really does seem like an attempt to be more than just another way to pay. It's reaching into becoming a central hub for a lot of your digital life, with finance woven through it.
Which definitely prompts some thinking, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes you wonder about the future. Are we heading towards more of these integrated platforms that blend our money management with everything else we do online?
And what does that mean for us? For convenience, sure, but also for things like our data, our financial privacy, when everything is potentially in one place.
That's the big question, isn't it? It's definitely a fascinating direction to watch. Something to think about, for sure.